Hello. Welcome. I'm transmitting this broadcast in the middle of the night. The hour may be inconvenient, but the message is no less imperative. Because this could be the top, most, best figure update of all time. And yes, you've heard those words before. Those words have come out of this mouth, but this time they are weighted with authority. Let me tell you, this is a post-Comic-Con episode. Basically, I've been tied up with various things, projects, whatever, for weeks now. I haven't had a moment to just chill and take a look around and assess all the stuff from Comic-Con that I dumped into my office and walked away while I worked on other things. So I'm going through all that. You're going to see everything I got at Comic-Con. A lot of stuff I didn't get at Comic-Con. But also, yeah, I mean, a lot just happened in the last month. Feels like certain things that were having difficulty coming down the pipeline are finally easing through. It's like the constipation has finally gave way to sweet diarrhea. All right. Okay. First, I'm going to show you, this was not, well, I mean, the preamble is not over. I'm telling you, some of the most baller shit in this figure update. You're not going to just go, oh, that's cute, he showed his figure collection. You're going to call everyone into the room and be like, hey, I just watched this. I'm going to watch it again. You guys sit here with me and look at survey the landscape. This is where it's going. This is the future of collectible. This will be one of the... I'm going to give everyone a minute to call their friends in the room. Just get them in there. Okay, hopefully you assembled whoever you could. But anyway, this figure update is just off the wall. Stuff from all corners of the globe. Just unbelievable collection on display here. So get ready. Brace yourself. You're just going to be blown away. All right. You ready for this? Are you ready? Okay. Let's start with, this wasn't a Comic-Con thing, but this is just what kind of magic you're going to see. I meant to show this on the last one. I think I might have missed a couple figure updates and I forgot to show this. But NECA just did this wicked Elvira figure. So here's the figure. I had no plans to buy this. I really like Elvira. Always been an Elvira fan. Yeah, loved Elvira as long as I can remember. However, I just wasn't planning to buy the figure. And then I'm coming into work one day and someone is dumping tons of boxed figures. Like, there's a bunch of them by the dumpster, in and around the dumpster. Like, what? And someone was there with them, and I'm seeing like shit like this just laying out. And I'm like, can I take this? There was other stuff too, but it was stuff I already had. There was an inbox MODOK, Marvel Legends MODOK. I already have that. There was I forget what else was there, but a lot of like great stuff just sitting there, boxed, nothing wrong with it. I was just like, okay, can I take that, Elvira? You done with that? Oh yeah, get rid of it. So I don't know why this was all being dumped. I mean, it's literally on the way to the door of our studio. Just the dumpster out there was like, what? I'm going to take this. I am of the belief that some dude got dumped. Absolutely got dumped, and they were not, whoever parted there was not willing to hang on to that man's collectibles. That's what I think happened. Because there was brand new pickups in there, and they all got tossed. So one man's breakup is another man's figure update. So there you go. Elvira in the package. I mean, this is the best figure of her that has ever existed by far. Now, here's what I want to know. What's going on here? Okay. Now, tell me, I'm going to ask this question, but I'm asking with sincerity because I genuinely don't know. I'm not trying to be. I hope this, if it comes off sexist or comes off like, oh, Rocco, like, let me know in the comments legitimately. And I'm really not joking. I want to know. I always want to know how I could do things better, be better. Sometimes I'm caught in my own energy field and I don't perceive myself in the way that I should. So I will ask. That is my asterisk next to what I'm going to ask. Tell me if it's not appropriate. But it looks like these clothes come off. Do you see what I mean? Like, it looks like they're real fabric, and so I'm just curious, like, what happens, like what's going on. And I have utmost respect for Elvira. That's why I haven't done it. I'm not going to do that. But I'm curious what the plan is. Okay, I'm just curious because I saw it was real fabric. I'm not trying to do anything disrespectful, but the action figure just looks like it all comes off. All right. Okay, so let's start getting into what was at Comic-Con. No, actually, hold on. Before Comic-Con stuff. One more thing. This is a lot more boring. I finally got this. I wasn't going to initially pick this up, but I saw it. This is another thing. This wasn't at the dumpster, but it was at a second-hand store that someone clearly just didn't want it. This was a Walmart exclusive set. I had this this is a again, I've said it a million times, I don't really buy Ninja Turtle stuff unless it's from the original 89 movie. I think that's when it came out, 1989, not 1990. Either way. I only get stuff from that movie, and that's the 2-pack of April and Casey Jones from when they were stuck on the farm after their after they get blitzed by the Foot Clan and Raphael's all screwed up. When they're just chilling on the farm, so he's in like sweats. You know, she's in her own kind of outfit. She's all tied up. Well, she's not tied up, but like she kind of adjusted her outfit because it's like 100 degrees and all that. You know, so they're just in their like chill outfit. Some have said this is the most boring box set of all time. Maybe, but I love the movie, so I had to get this. The only thing I didn't get, they did another one that was like Oroku Saki, the guy who Shredder's alter ego or whatever, and Hamato Yoshi, I think, was the Splinter's master. I didn't get that because I didn't recognize that. Like, I kind of just didn't. You don't really see them much in the movie, so the figures, I was kind of like, I don't. This doesn't resonate. You know what I mean? This resonated with me. However, what pisses me off about it, or what did piss me off, is this was a Walmart exclusive, and people found it on their website like 6 months before it got announced. So I pre-ordered it, and then the day came that they came out, and then Walmart canceled it. They were just like, "Oh, you weren't supposed to have a pre-order. Why were you doing that? Welcome to Walmart," and they canceled it. So I found it cheaper at some place someone didn't want it. All right, let's move on. Now, let's get to the Comic-Con. What did I get at Comic-Con? Let's start... Oh, you know what? Damn, I don't have the box here. But, you know, last year, for Comic-Con, I say that with quotation marks because there wasn't one last year, but they still did exclusives online. They did Bad Robot figure, and it ended up being, like, one of the nicest figures of the year. Now... What's funny is it was again exclusive for last year's non-existent Comic-Con. It didn't ship until this year, so I got it in like February, I think, something like that. So this is multiple Bad Robot releases in 1 year, but that figure ended up being like one of the nicest quality figures. I maybe the best one I got this year. I don't know, but their exclusive for Comic-Con this year actually was available at Comic-Con. Didn't have to wait for it. This is Mattel. I almost said Marvel. Did a big ass plush Bad Robot. So the other one was a die-cast figure about that big, and it was cool. But this is like a way bigger option. And it's kind of like it's like leather. It's not, not really, but like it is, Anyway, I know people all have their opinions on JJ and Bad Robot and he ruined. What's that show that he did after? Not Fringe. Doesn't matter anyway. But I love this mascot. I always have. It's at the end of every Lost episode, so I had to get it. This is the one thing, so I'll talk more about the Comic-Con experience in a minute, but like, I guess more or less all I really want to say is getting exclusives this year. It was so funny because they clearly prepared for an onslaught that wasn't coming. So like every booth were like, oh man, you're going to need tickets and we're put you in a lottery and none of those booths stuck to that over the course of the weekend. It was just like, yeah, just line up. Just fine. Line up. Because I think the thing with Comic-Con is I think they didn't sell any new badges. It was just people rolled over from previous years. So maybe that kind of kept the levels down. I don't know. It was a really pleasant experience. But anyway, this is the only thing that I actually waited in a line for. At the, Mattel booth. It got really crazy. And people swarmed the booth. Like when they announced, the hall is now open. People just bolted for that booth. And this ain't my first rodeo. So I knew where the line was going to end up. Because they don't say anything. It's like, where's the line going to form? Well, I've been doing Comic-Con long enough to know it's going to be against the wall. They always do it against the wall. So I went there. Other people did too. Cool, you guys are in line. But like a mob of 1,000 people stormed the booth, and they were practically like pushing the dividers over, like, let me in. And instead of dispersing that crowd, the people running the booth were just like, God, you guys, all right, go in and buy what you need, but then get out. It's like, so you rewarded everyone that did the wrong thing. Okay, cool. So, like, I was maybe, I don't know how interesting this is, I apologize, but I was like maybe in the first dozen people, and I stood there for a fucking hour or maybe 2. I don't remember exactly how long. Again, it was all right because I brought my Steam Deck, and I played a big chunk of Stray, which I've brought this up in other media, that anytime I play the Steam Deck in public, I get specifically dudes, going, hey, is that fun? How is that? Is that fun? Like, I have no problem talking, but like is that rude for me to say that when you have the AirPods in, your noise cancellation, you're deep in fucking Phantom Pain? Hey, is that fun? Hey, is that fun? Yeah, it's fun. I don't know. I feel like an asshole. But anyway. Well, anyway, so what happened to me in the Mattel line is that I had to wait there for all these dickheads to go to funnel through the booth. And the thing is Mattel has 20, 30 exclusives. A lot of these booths just have like 2. But no, they got like 30. So, and it's limit 2 or 3 or something like that. So every one of these dudes is a fucking scalper idiot. So they're going in, yo, okay, yeah, give me 3 of each. Well, okay, that's 90 items that they have to go get off the shelves. So it was taking forever. It's like I'm like 20 people back. This should cycle through immediately, and it's just, you're just there while they're combing through 100 items. It was the only, I almost bailed, but I wanted the fucking Bad Robot though. And I felt like I was the only one. Everyone I was in line with wanted some other rare thing, which brings me to, something always happens when I'm in the line for a big collectible or a big exclusive at an event. Something always happens. The person next to you, and again, I'm very often next to a scalper. These guys who are just buying it to flip it on eBay, it pisses me off. Something always happens where I'm in those lines and the person next to me goes, yo, are you picking up and in this case, the Mattel booth, it was like, yo, are you getting the Ghost Rider Hot Wheels? Are you getting the Princess Peach Hot Wheels? And I'll be like, no. And I fall for it every time. I go, no, I'm just getting the Bad Robot. And then they start getting cash out of their wallet. All right, check this out. Just buy 2 of the Ghost Riders, buy 2 of the Princess Peach Hot Wheels, and yeah, here you go. Just buy those for me and just give them to me when you get out. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. Like they're always blown away. You're not buying 3 of everything. It's like, yeah, because I'm a fan. I'm not a scalper. I'm here because I enjoy this. And so what I'll do is I'll refuse. I'll be like, I'm not going to buy more. Nah, I'm sorry. Nah, I can't do that. And they'll be like, why not? Because I just can't. I can't. I'm here to get the one thing. Right. But it'll be really easy. Like, you just, I give you cash. You keep change for yourself. But I don't want to do it. I just want to get my thing and leave. I have no desire to participate in this. It happens every time. Yo, how many of the bad robots are you getting? I think they'll only let me get one. Nah, they'll actually let you get 3. So to tell you what, you're going to buy me 2 more and you're going to, I don't want to do it. Shut up. Oh God. And sometimes I'm in line with these guys and they talk about, I have a bot that I run on the Nike website. It's just shit culture. Anyway, I got this. It's adorable. I really love this, but it's a shit culture. I don't know. Am I crazy? I don't get shit to sell it. I have no desire. If I think like later I might sell this, I don't get it in the first place. Unless it's presented to me like, hey, you're here to buy this thing. We still have extras of this thing and a lot of people are looking for it. And it's like, okay, well maybe someone will want it. You know what I mean? But I'm not there to like give me 4 so I can flip them. I don't know. Okay, anyway, that's from Comic-Con. Went on a little tangent there. Don't worry about it. All right. Lots of bags to rummage through. Got the Bandai. I guess Bandai Namco has kind of consolidated all their stuff. Because it used to be like, oh, that was the game company. Bandai America was the toy company. Stuff like that. But it's not like that anymore. I just see kind of Bandai Namco all over the place. All right. So the big exclusive that I wanted to get. The big one that I was drooling over. And I got some help. Because again, it was really weird. Like, Comic-Con over the years developed a system where with the big exclusives, did the AC turn off? I'm like burning up in here. Hold on. What the fuck is happening here? Hold on. Dude, ridiculous. I gotta be standing up here. I'm gonna be sweating, getting all greasy. I can't be having that shit. Upload that footage. Are you joking? Okay. So, Comic-Con over the years, been going a long time, developed a system where you wouldn't have to wait by the dock outside the convention center at 4 a.m. so that at 6 we give you a ticket, and then you go in and you trade the ticket for a wristband, and then the wristband gets you a figure. They stopped doing that. They over recent years they put in an online lottery. Like, hey, you enter this thing. Hey, congrats, you got a spot. Go to the exclusives booth at 2:30 and you can pick up the figure. So in a lot of ways they made that better. I don't know what happened with this year with this is the first year back after the COVID closures and all that. It's like a lot of them didn't get involved. So like Tamagotchi Nations, Bandai, they were just like, yeah, just meet us at outside the convention center at the dock behind it at 6 a.m. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? We're back to doing this. So they did it on preview night. Where you line up earlier in the afternoon, and shout out Andy. He went to the show and he did that. He went that afternoon and got a ticket, so he was able to pick me up. Thank you again for this. The exclusive I really wanted at the show, Super Saiyan 2 Goku, and this is from the Buu Saga, which I think is a little suspect. Okay, let me just tell you, this is from when he's fighting Yakon in the Buu Saga. This is dead. Sorry, spoiler. Dead Goku, dead Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Not only when he fights Yakon, but like he rocks this look when he fights Majin Vegeta, when Vegeta goes evil. And why would we be celebrating that time period now? It's almost like a certain viral video came out in June celebrating the Buu Saga in a live action way. And it's culturally on the minds of everybody. In fact, I even question that they've got some extra faces in here. And one of them is like Goku going like that. Doesn't that sound a little bit like Sean when the reflector is on him? When we're trying to light him and he's going... So, I think Mega 64 may have had a little something to do with this, don't you think? I'm just kidding. They would have had to plan this a year ago, but the timing is eerie nonetheless. Anyway, this is him going Super Saiyan 2, which is cool. You don't see that form celebrated too much. You always see, oh, Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He's got the long fucking hair and all that. But this is like, this was a moment. This is really cool. I'm glad that they did it. And it is like, it's got some new molded shit, I think. As far as I know, maybe the experts know a little better, but the faces look different to me, and this is different enough. You know, he's got the metallic hair and the halo. I know I have enough Gokus, but you can never have enough Gokus, so that's bullshit. But anyway, and he comes with the aura piece when he's like going mega. Yeah, I mean, again, he goes like Super Saiyan 2, and I think, doesn't Yakon like vacuum up all that energy? It's been a while since I watched that. I watched it in research for our video, but it was a while ago. But anyway, and then he's got these little like electric pieces that stick on him. It looks really cool. So this was definitely the exclusive I wanted to get from Comic-Con. However, I will say they had them all on display, and I was like, damn, you know, they had some other like the other exclusives they had were repaints of other characters, and they did like Shenlong the dragon, and but they call him like Shenron in the dub, but I always thought he was Shenlong, so I'll just keep saying it. They had Majin Buu, Fat Buu, but he didn't really look that different to me. But they had a new version of Android 16, big dude from the Cell Saga, and he was like really nicely shaded, and I saw that on the show floor, and I was like, damn, you know, should have picked that up too. Should have had Andy pick it up for me. Thanks again. But yeah, it was just it didn't work out. I'm walking around on Saturday, and again, like Tamagotchi Nations is like, yo, just walk up to the booth. We're good. We got enough. Just come up. You don't need a ticket. Just walk up. It was like halfway through the show, everyone just bailed on doing that. You know, making it hard to get any of these exclusives. So, yeah, I was able to just walk up. Let me grab it here. Knocking shit over. Yeah, Android 16 exclusive edition, exclusive color edition. I kind of opened this up earlier, but you can see for yourself. Maybe it'll show up. I showed this on webcam earlier, and it didn't really show up that good, but the original release of the original release of this is kind of like vivid and flat colors. His arm keeps fucking coming off. This one's a lot more like nicely shaded. Does that come off in the camera? You know what I mean? Can you see that? He's just really nicely shaded. Really looks nice. And I love the obscure characters, the obscure like big dudes like Nappa. I'm looking at him right over there. You can't see him, but that was last year's exclusive. I really like. I don't know why the camera's focusing on this fucking swan, but yeah. See, thought they did a really nice job on that. What I was saying is these arms come off because he had like machine gun limbs. Do you guys remember that? Where he's like, you know, as if you don't know what a machine gun sounds like. See, it just happened. The arm came off. You see that? He's got the little stubs that shoot bullets. But it keeps coming off. Like, I'd rather just have solid arms than this gun bullshit. So that's a markdown on that, but otherwise, great figure. Anyway, I was happy I was able to get that. It seemed like it was pretty easy after a day or two. Okay, I gotta put this back in the box. Out of the box. What is that from? Out of the box. Was that a Disney Channel thing? I don't know. Okay, all right. So that's kind of. Oh, okay. So let's keep going. Oh, what's up? Going back to the Bandai bag. Bag within a bag. Oh, we got. What do we got? Tote bag. Tamagotchi 25th anniversary. Now, how are we going to celebrate that? So it's not here, but I did a little Tamagotchi run. I used to love Tamagotchis when they came out in the late 90s. I thought that was just such a weird and new concept. I don't know what it was. I loved it. It was mostly girls who were into them in my class in school. And you know, of course, I was in grade school, junior high, whatever. I was just in kind of a lot of bad groups of kids. I feel like all the dudes had bad influences or something. They were just all like, had to be macho, had to be tough. They were always getting into trouble. And that was so not me. I just wanted to play fucking Mario 64. But anyway, so yeah, I was into Tamagotchis and they were all like, oh, he's into talking to his little egg there. But the girls thought it was tight. So guess what? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Some people thought it was cool, some people didn't. That's all. Anyway, so I was really into them, and I had all the Gen 1 Tamas, and then I got Tamagotchi Angel. That was like, oh, I heard that's like a new one. It was kind of hard to find, so I hunted that down. And then I remember hunting really hard for Tamagotchi Ocean. Like, I heard that was coming out. And then people were like, no, it never came out. And I'm like, I think it did. I was calling every Toys R Us in the city. This is what I did as a kid. This is the nerdy kind of shit I was up to. If there was something, I had to find it. And, something I had to have, And so I went to some distant Toys R Us. And there they said they had one in stock. And I was like, I don't see it. And then, there was a display of Game Boy Advance games. I think that's what era this was. Some kind of Game Boy shit. But anyway, and in there was one Tamagotchi Ocean. And the reason I'm bringing this up is, after a few years, years went by, we started Mega 64 as a public access show, and I put all my virtual pets. I had a Gigapet too. I put all those on the fence behind me. Because I thought it would be fun, if I was held captive in this lab, that I would have a little pet farm. I couldn't have regular pets, but I would have virtual pets. I thought it was just a neat little touch. And those have been on that fence since 2003, so almost 20 years. And we used it as a prop recently in our limited run games presentation. You could see them. And I had all these Tamagotchi experts on Twitter going, where did you get that Ocean? That the English version of the Ocean unit is impossible to find. And then they were asking me all these obscure questions, like, what color are the screws? If they have black screws, that's more common, but if they don't, that's less common. It was kind of amazing. For the record, I don't think it had black screws. I think I had literally the rarest one, I think. And people were saying, out of the box, easily $300, $500. You always hear $500. That's the classic number to say about eBay. But anyway, so am I going to sell it? No, but just had to brag that I had it. Anyway, so a lot of tangents tonight. So I've always loved Tamagotchi. I love that it's making a resurgence. I attached it to my Comic-Con badge, which is now at home. But I attached Toy Story Tamagotchi. So here's the packaging. But it's not here. But let me tell you my experience from it so far. This thing don't make no fucking sense. This thing, you start with Woody, and then Woody turns into the horse. He turns into his own horse. How is that an evolution up? Wouldn't the horse turn into Woody? The student becomes the teacher. The horse becomes the cowboy. He becomes the horse. And then the horse became the unicorn from Toy Story 3, I think. Okay, that makes sense. A horse becomes a unicorn. I can follow that. But the man becomes horse? That is not an upgrade. Made me just want to treat him shittier. Anyway, that's my experience with that so far. Yeah, so they had, I had all these, my Comic-Con badge has one of the exclusive lanyards, and it had an exclusive charm and all that stuff. They had more than one exclusive lanyard, so they had this too. This isn't really a figure, but I just love that they have all this Tamagotchi stuff. Got a little charm there. I don't know if I can peel that off. You can see the little homeboy in here. The other one has the, God, I'm forgetting the name. Gumon? I forget what his name was. It's not Gumar. Can I peel this guy's thing off? I can. Ooh, I don't think that's the one I want to peel off. Or maybe I want to peel off both sides. Sorry, this is real fucking confusing. Anyway, the little green duck-looking guy is on the other one, and then this one, I just peeled that off, is the little, what's this homeboy's name? I forget! What's his name? Steve? I don't remember. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting lost in a trance here. Anyway, so yeah, these were the lanyards that they had. I thought those were pretty cool. But the big deal there was they did 2 exclusive these are Gen 1, like repaint, like just for Comic-Con. These were Comic-Con exclusive Tamagotchis. Yeah. Whoa, something just moved. Gen 1, I mean, like, the original size. Like, the new ones they make now are pretty tiny. These are the original size. You could see for yourself. And they are all kind of comicked out, which I thought was really cool. They got all the, kaboom, bang, zoom, that kind of stuff. Comic stuff on the back. Like, kind of an alien-themed comic on the back of this one. So, yeah, anyway. Having to be like the Gen 1 OG versions, I thought was so cool. So I had to get those. And again, it's kind of interesting. You see Bandai Namco at the top. Didn't used to see that. Anyway, so I had to get those. And then on top of that, I got... I haven't messed with this at all yet, but this is the Kamen Rider 50th anniversary Kamen Rider Tamagotchi, so I thought that was kind of cool. And yes, I have seen the Ava ones. I've had a lot of people ask me, what about the Ava ones? I have multiple. I have Unit 1, I have the Ray, and then I have a Kaoru version, I think, but I didn't open the Kaoru one. I don't know if that's any different, but anyway, there's that. This one, I picked up at the Square booth. They do these awesome plushes. I have them over here, but I'm not going to go get them. They do plushes of all the FF7 characters. And they did this awesome one of Kate, is it Kate Sith? I always say Ketchi, but I don't know if that's one. I was always told that was the correct way to pronounce it, but I don't know if that's true. But anyway, they did it where it was a plush, but it was super posable and really well done. That's what this is. They did Red 13. And it is, again, normal. I'm kind of whatever on plushes, but it's totally posable like a figure. So I thought that was kind of dope. You can see that for yourself. Anyway, there you go. Red 13. There you have it. Then, what else? Oh, I swung over to Good Smile. Now, they didn't have much in the way of exclusives, but they had something early. You could see, ew, there's like a moth in here. How the fuck did that get in here? Sorry, I hate, like, spiders and moths. I'm so sorry. These are just not friends of mine. I'm just going to have to ignore it. That's easier said than done for me, but... Anyway, okay, so Good Smile. They had Jack Nicholson's Joker. None of this Heath Ledger stuff. None of this, who was it in the latest one? What's his name? Tiddlywinks, or I forgot what his name was. But anyway, Jack Nicholson Joker from Batman 89, which I thought was really cool. For some reason, I don't know how well this movie even really aged, to be honest, but I always love when they do stuff from Batman 89 or Batman Returns. Dude, if they do Nendoroids of like Penguin and Catwoman from Returns, oh my god, I would go nuts. Anyway, Batman and the Batmobile I think are coming later, but I thought that was cool that they had that now, so I had to pick that up. Is there something in here? Oh, they did a little card. What else is in here? The fuck is this shit? I think somebody handed me their card and I put it in there or something. Okay. Anyway, alright, so there's that. Is that pretty much mostly what I got from Comic-Con? I think it is. Didn't get too much, but that's generally what I got. This fell between Anime Expo and Comic-Con, but talking about SH Figure Arts, I showed last time they were doing figures for Dragon Ball Super Superhero in the new art style. They did it for, I don't think I showed this last time. If I did, tell me, correct me, but finally got Gohan. SH Figure Arts Gohan from the new movie. People are pissed about this figure because in the new movie he's got all these different looks where he's wearing like Piccolo. I haven't seen the movie, by the way, so I'm not spoiling it, but he's wearing like Piccolo's garb, like the white cape, and he's got glasses, and then He goes Super Saiyan at one point or something. This doesn't come with any of those pieces. You can only get those pieces from pre-ordering the 2 new villains. I forget who they are. Android 1 and 2 or whatever. That's not who they are, but I forget their name. But whoever they are, Alpha, Omega. I don't know what their names are, but you got to pre-order them, and each one comes with the pieces for this. It's like kind of shifty, you know. A lot of people are not too happy about that. Understandable. Okay. Where do I go next? Okay, so let's just go. I'm going to show you something bold right now. I'm going to show you something bold. So during Comic-Con, Power Rangers was MIA this year completely. Everyone was like, "Oh, what's their big exclusive going to be?" There wasn't one. Power Rangers, there was nothing said about it. It's like, yeah, you know, up front they're like nothing. It's like, okay. So I don't know what's going on there. But then randomly, like during Comic-Con, they were like, "Oh, this was just online." They were like, "Oh, by the way, we're doing the metallic White Ranger, you know, with the metallic armor from the 3rd season. Yeah, we're doing that." So this just got dropped on their website randomly. Like, why didn't you just bring it to Comic-Con? But this just got randomly plopped on their website all of a sudden. Like, here it is, hey. And it's so weird. It's like the metallic armor Rangers were like big online exclusives. They made a big deal out of it. But they didn't have the White Ranger for years. It was like, well, not years. Well, I don't know. In the last couple of years, there was no word on like, okay, we got the other 5. Where's White? And then, like, no fanfare. They were like, oh, by the way, here he is. And it wasn't a pre-order. It went up, and it was just in stock. It was like, here they are, just take them. It's like, what happened? What's going on? So I don't know what's going on with Hasbro and Power Rangers, but this is a cool figure. I love the metallic armor, and I love... this is the deep cut shit that I absolutely love. But he comes with... Oh, come on. He comes with the Zeo Crystal. The fully formed Zeo Crystal. Again, I brought this up in the past, but... during this era of the show, the late 3rd season, they all had to find a shard of the Zeo Crystal on their own, like, vision quest. Through their past, through their culture, through their whatever, to earn this piece of this crystal. So that they could put it all together and create a new power source. Which, if you followed the show, it turned the show from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to Power Rangers Zeo. That's when the show went through its first... new incarnation, and that was like a heavy moment. So the fact that the White Ranger, he doesn't come with a shard of it, he comes with a full crystal, is pretty dope. So they did a great job. This looks great, so that's cool. But this next thing is the mind blower. As I mentioned, the releases of stuff have been a little weird, you know, things showing up later than they should, or not showing up at all, or popping up out of nowhere. But some things truly tested time and tested our patience. There was one figure that went up for pre-order in, I believe it was April 2021. Oh yeah, get this, and it's a Target exclusive. It'll ship soon. And it just shipped days ago. So it took a year and 3 months. Almost a year and 4 months. But it's finally here. From Target. It took that long. I've never had a figure take that long. The Power Rangers Red Sentry. This was a comic character. Where in the comic, basically more or less, there's an alternate timeline where shit went really bad. And there's like soldiers using the power coins as a power source. So there's like a bunch of these guys. And like there's Mastodon Sentries, which are like, they all look like the Black Ranger, you know, because they're all draining energy from the Black Ranger power coin, you know, which I thought was really cool. Anyway, love the design of this thing. I'm not always so keen on doing comic stuff. I'd rather have stuff from the show because that's what's special to me. But this was still cool. But man, a year and almost a year and a half. That's pretty incredible. Took that long, but it's here. Now we can rejoice. Speaking of Power Rangers, let's get risky for a second. A couple big items just shipped too. Speaking of Red Ranger, they just did the Power Sword, which is the Red Ranger's sword. And I don't think I'm going to pick that up because Bandai, when they owned the rights, now it's Hasbro, but back then it was Bandai. Bandai was involved in like every step of Power Rangers and Super Sentai. They're the people who design the shit, kind of. They got their foot in the door. So they designed stuff the best. So they already did a Power Sword, and it was like 1-to-1 accurate from the show, and it was big. It wasn't metal. Can't win them all, but there were die-cast parts in the handle, though. The blade was kind of floppy, but that's okay. It looked perfect. If it was just going to sit on a shelf, it looked perfect. And I want to say it was like maybe 100 and something. I don't know. It's pretty big for the price. Hasbro put out theirs, and it's like $220 or something, and it's not as big, not as heavy, and has all these little embellishments on it that aren't in the show. It's got like lightning bolts on the hand. It's like, what are we doing here? So I didn't get that. However, they did the Blue Ranger's Power Lance, which no one has ever made a replica of before. They went like Blue Ranger crazy, and they put out, not only that, they put out the helmet, which I'm going to show you right here. They did the Blue Ranger helmet, which did a nice job. Looks great. It looks great on the shelf. They're making these really small. It's you're thinking, oh, it's a kid's thing, so it's okay that's small. But these are made like I think the boxes say like 18 and up. Like these are made for an older audience. And again, when Bandai was making these, they fit. And I think like the first couple they put out from Hasbro, they fit. But like now, these are just not like this doesn't even go past my chin. I mean, I can kind of shove it down. I mean, it's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. Well, okay, it looks okay. It's not closed. It's not closed. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. They just make them a little too small, but they look good on the shelf. So anyway, there's the Blue Ranger helmet. So they did that, and if I can find a place to put this without it collapsing, they did the lance, like I said. And if you remember it from the show, it's in two pieces. He would use it like that, fight that way, and then he would connect them too and use it as one big lance. Now, I was on the fence. This wasn't as expensive as a sword, but I was like, I don't know. I've seen the pictures. It looks kind of basic. But what sold me, genuinely, was that they have great LED features. Like, they actually look good, and I'm going to show you. Watch this. Yeah, figure update after dark. Now what? Watch this. Like, they kind of like the seams kind of glow. Can you see that? See if I can get that light to turn around there. Okay. Now watch, I'm gonna connect them. If I can find the right way to do it. Oh, you couldn't even see that, but they actually react when they're connected. And they extend even further. So this thing is long as hell. Oh, can you see that still? See how long this thing is? It actually gets pretty damn long. You can't even show the whole thing, but yeah. Put it in like that. Or extend it and do some Darth Maul shit. I'm going to disconnect them. Oh! Sorry, I clashed them together. I'm going to put them back to the original size. But I love that they kind of glow at the seams like that. I don't know. I thought the effects looked cool. Now, here's what I think is really cool is that you can, let me turn this back on for a second. They come with a stand. Where's the fucking stand? Oh, shit. I hit that fucking moth. I hit him with the power lance. No joke. Oh, I think he's sputtering out of control. I didn't mean to hurt him. I didn't mean to kill. Where'd you go? Okay, anyway. There is a stand for... Oh, here it is. Okay. there's a stand, and it's really cool. Like, you can put it, it's like, there's a stand, and you can just kind of prop them up diagonal in there. See what I mean? And just display them that way, I thought was kind of cool. Now watch this. You can hold the button. This is really cool. I'm going to hold this one too. And they can just chill in the stand glowing. And it stays that way until you turn them off. Like, it just has a cool effect. I just thought this was such a great little display piece. I was really not sold on these for quite a while until I saw these LED effects. And I thought, that's just going to look so fucking pimp in my bedroom, dude. Like, right there. Look at that. That's the thumbnail right there. I don't give a shit. Autofocus is freaking out. Anyway, I'm going to turn this back on. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. So I actually came around on this. Now, the sword... Oh, just turn it off. The power sword, I'm still kind of like, yeah, I don't know if I'm sold on it. But what someone showed me was those have an LED effect where you grab the blade and you run your hand down it, and it turns red along with your hand. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like as you rub your hand down it, it glows red under that, which is straight out of the show. He literally does that. He grabs he like strokes the blade like he fucking edges that thing and it just glows red. And then he's running at Cardiotron with the glowing red saber and the glowing green dagger, which I have that back there. That glows green. So you can totally recreate when Red Ranger had all the Green Ranger shit, which was, you know, the most badass moment in the show. I gotta get rid of this. Where the fuck am I gonna put this? Come on. Okay, sorry about that. All right, anyway. There you go. There's the Lance demo. Hopefully you got an idea if you like it or not, or if you're going to do that or not. Okay. We got a long way to go, guys. This is not going to be a short one. Sorry, I had to adjust my lighting. Okay, there's that. Oh, this next one, we're going big. We're going big with this next one. Final Fantasy VII Remake. I got a notification that a bunch of figures of mine were about to ship, and they were all going to ship together. I was like, okay, cool. Works out, save on shipping, ship them all together. And it was like, yeah, your shipping will be $430. I was like, Turns out it was because of this figure I'm about to show you. It had to ship on its own. And shipping even on its own was a lot. It was like, I don't know, 60 or 80 bucks. Something like that. Just to ship this one figure. But to add it to the other figures, they would have to create a box or do a pallet or something. It was something where it was like gonna drive the cost up. So anyway, I almost got taken to the cleaners on that thing. Anyway, let me grab it. I took it out of the box. Because I'll just tell you what it is. Final Fantasy VII Remake Jessie with her motorcycle. Can you even see that? Does that even show up on there? Jessie with her motorcycle. I took it out because you could not even see. The plastic was so reflective you can't see a fucking thing. So if I showed it to you, you'd just be using theater of the mind. Yeah, and cute. Yeah, she's on her bike. Great. It's got kind of knocked around, but whatever. It's not perfect. But anyway... I really debated. They sold a lot of different versions of Jessie from FF7. They did one that was just her, one of her on the bike, and then one of her on the bike with Cloud. Like, it would actually come with that too. But I don't know. I thought with the bike would be kind of cool, so I picked that up. And she's got the exclusive face. Look at that, where she's like winking, got the tongue, kind of biting her tongue a little bit. She wants to say something nasty, but she's holding back, So that's kind of cool. Anyway, she's on the bike. Bike is super high quality. Like, Play Arts Kai, sometimes it's a debate on people like them or not. They always do vehicles pretty good, I think. They almost do them best of anything else. There's so much detail put into this. I was kind of not sure, blowing the dough on this, but I'm pretty happy I did. They're also doing the soldier. They're doing Shinra soldiers, which I thought was cool, and I ordered at least one of those, I think. But they're doing them with the bikes, and those look really cool, but they're pretty pricey, so I don't know if I care that much. You know what I mean? But it looks cool. Anyway, try to set this down without a break. Oh! Okay. This next figure, you can't see shit. Gasha Portraits Premium. Okay, what is that? Let's just open it. Let's see what's up. See what's going on here. This is supposed to be from Evangelion, the latest Eva movie, Thrice Upon a Time. I think it's supposed to be Toji's sister. What's her name? Not Akari. What's her name? Oh no, is there more than one? What the fuck? What did I buy? What? There's four of them? What the fuck? I didn't need four of them. What's her name? What's his sister's name? Toji's sister. Becky. What's her name? Why can't I think of her name? Anyway, there's two different versions of her. There's one with the clipboard and hat, and other without. But I guess I have four now. I don't know what happened here. This is insane. This is upsetting. This is really upsetting. I don't think you know. I think they're blind boxed. Shit, man. I just wanted the one with the clipboard. What the fuck? I got played like a damn fiddle. Again, interesting. Bandai Namco logo on there. And Bandai. Whatever. I always point to the wrong fucking thing. Anyway. I don't know what happened there. Sad. Back to Final Fantasy VII Remake. We shouldn't have even left that subject because I got another one. Shipped at the same time. Maybe a little later. Speaking of played like a damn fiddle, I already have these characters. I already got this one, but they had to do this. I showed you before with Aerith. They're doing the special dress versions of all these fucking characters, and now they got my girl Tifa in there in her Seduce Don Corneo outfit, or it's more kind of like he wants her to wear this. Well, she wears this outfit to infiltrate the place. Anyway. She got a secret. Look at that. Don't you promise not to tell. Okay, whatever. But yeah, there she is in her Don Corneo outfit. They fucking played me. I'm a mark for this shit. Already have a Tifa character from FF7, and I had to do it again because they do the dresses. And now they got Cloud in a dress, so I had to order that too. By the way, I was one of the first people that saw that. They were working on. They were setting up Comic-Con and they were about to debut it. They were like covering it, and I walked by just as they were like prepping it underneath, and I was like, oh, and I didn't leak it because that's how much respect I have for the video game culture. Speaking of video game culture, I'm not going to dance around it. Let's just get to it. Speaking of video game culture, speaking of being horny. All right. That was a terrible intro. This next figure. I don't want to rush through this intro. Oh my God. This was my most anticipated figure of the year. Sorry, I'm just trying not to. I'm trying not to cry. I'm trying. This was a moment. This is a moment long in the making, and I waited a long time for it to happen. I thought it never would. I thought it was just a rumor. It was never going to materialize. But it did. It finally did. I'm so happy to show this. I really just I'll show you the box first. Sorry, I'm like really emotional about this. I waited so long. Bishojo Morrigan. My favorite Darkstalkers character, maybe my favorite fighting game character ever. They finally did the statue to end all statues. There it is, Bishojo Morrigan. There she is. I waited all year for that. It was worth the wait. It was worth the wait. She's perfect. I'm scared because I keep almost clipping these, like these wings are really like delicate and I don't want to hurt her. Hold on one second. Hold on. Dude, that scared the shit out of me. Sorry, I was just hearing like mumbling or something in there. It scared the hell out of me, man. This whole figure update has been an adventure. But it's like Garrett's like radio is like, I don't think he knows he's like airplaying something in his office. Oh, sorry, I was getting like weird vibes from that. Anyway, okay. So, beautiful. Sorry, I got really emotional there, and then I got scared. I thought people were trying to like break into. Once I showed this, you know, it's hard to keep people out. You know, so I was trying not to have a moment there. But, okay. Let's move on. Another cute thing. It's not on that level. It's not quite that, but this just came out around the same time. Nendoroid. I just thought this was cute. Nendoroid Wolverine from like the animated series Wolverine. Well, the X-Men animated series. I have a real soft spot for the original animated series. It's aged like milk on the sun. It's like barely watchable now, but I thought it was cute, and what sold me was that he comes with a little sentinel head to stand on. I don't know if you could see that, but yeah, right there. He's got like you could stand on the shredded sentinel head, and I thought that was really cool. So had to get that. Speaking of Nendoroid, then this came out, and it's kind of not really a Nendoroid. They call it Nendoroid More, which what does that even mean? Like it's a set or something? But I showed on a previous one, I got the Japanese Spider-Man, where he does like henshin and all that. This is Leopardon, his robot. Look how big that is, but it's not like a fully posable dude. It's just meant to kind of like be alongside the Japanese Spider-Man. You know what I mean? So there it is. It's meant to just tower over him. And it doesn't really, I don't think it's posable. I really don't. Maybe slightly. But anyway, but how rad is that? Leopardon. I thought that was dope. Anyway, okay. So there's that. Let me see here. I gotta move a whole bunch of shit to find the rest of it. Okay. Just some basic Star Wars stuff I'm gonna like rattle through real quick. They got this just came out, Star Wars Black Series Princess Leia from Return of the Jedi. You see her a lot in her classic garb, you know, or the whatever. But this is, you know, you don't often see her in like the Endor outfit where she like let her hair down. She's all chilling out. all that. So that was kind of cool. Oh, get ready to have your mind blown by these. These are, you've never seen figures like this before. Check it out. Obi-Wan, huh? From the TV show, Obi-Wan, huh? And then, you're not going to believe this. Yeah. Darth Vader. You ever see a figure of that guy? Yeah, I bet. Anyway, those just came out. And then what else do I have here? Sorry, I had a little bit of rummaging. For some reason, I just picked up a clone trooper. I don't know why. I don't even know why I did that. I don't even know what the point of that was. Okay. Oh, and then this dude, this was a Republic security droid from The Mandalorian. Remember, these guys are like... Did I already show this? Whatever. Okay. But this is what I thought was cool. I got to show you this. This is dope. If I can get it together. All right. So, wait, where the hell are the rest of these? Hold on. It's in progress. It's in progress. Okay. So, damn, I don't know where the rest of them are. Okay, so they did, which I thought was cool, they did Figrin Dan, one of the modal nodes. These guys are famous jizz artists. Well, if you're not a Star Wars fan, you might not know. That's the genre of music that they play in Star Wars. So anyway, the modal nodes, they play, they're the Cantina band. And what I thought was cool was that they just released this one, but then they did a web exclusive kind of thing where it was another member of the band with, this one is Nalan Cheel, and he comes with all the other instruments, all of them. And the reason why that's cool is now you can just buy, they all look the same. So I just bought like multiple ones of these guys, you know. I got another one around here somewhere. I don't know where he is, but all together I'll have like 4 of these Cantina band members, and I'll have a whole display, which I thought was kind of cool. So there's that. And then last but not least, actually, this is another plush. I might as well show it. But they did, Symbiote Studios did a Dragonzord plush at Comic-Con. I showed this somewhere. I don't remember where. And people were like, I didn't know they had that. So I think a lot of people at Comic-Con didn't know this was available. But Symbiote Studios made it. And Symbiote Studios helped us when we made our plushes for Mega 64. For the, we had the Game Crypt plushes. I think they're still maybe on our store. But they helped make those, so they're great, and they did a great job with this. So just wanted to shout that out. Okay, last but not least, this next one is, this is not just a new toy. This is a friend. My good friend here got this at Galaxy's Edge. My good friend Babu Frick. Trying to think if there's anything else I haven't shown. Nope. Take us out, Babu.